Previously, 8 teams smashed, crashed, and slashed their way into the next round. Tonight, it's the second night of the qualifying round, as 16 more teams step into the box in an attempt to move on to the next round. First, a BashBots legend steps into the box with a new robot. After that, 2 of the biggest spinners in the competition face off. Plus, the Season 1 champion looks to reclaim his crown. It's all coming up tonight on BashBots.
Hello everybody and welcome back to BashBots. I am your host Dominus Ignis and this is night 2 of the qualifying round. Last episode we saw 8 teams advance to the round of 32 and 8 get sent into the wildcard rumbles. Get ready for another spectacular night as we will see our next 8 teams advance to the round of 32 in the greatest video game robot combat tournament of all time. Our 48 builders are competing for this, the giant wrench, and hope to cement their spot among the all-time greats as the BashBots Season 3 champion. Let's jump right into it and take a look at tonight's fight card. Kicking off the night, we will see a BashBots legend return with a new robot. The builder of 2-time runners-up Clank steps into the box with his new robot, Tranquilizer. He will be facing off against the rookies of Monochrome. After that, returning quarter-finalist Ursula will face off against Vertically Unchallenged in a clash of 2 of the biggest spinners in BashBots history. The third fight of the night sees 2 returning builders with new robots. The builder of fan favourite Stardust Crusader steps into the arena with Dynamite, the first 4-bar flipper in BashBots. Facing off against him is Fatboy Tin from the builder of the Goalie. The final fight of the night will see the Season 1 champion Sparks hope to begin his march toward a second title as he faces off against the returning flipperbot Hondatron. It's time for the first fight of the night between Monochrome and Tranquilizer. Let's meet the teams.
Monochrome, dual bar spinner.
BashBots rookie Golden takes their first steps into the BashBox with Monochrome. Armed with dual spinning bars, this untested design will be looking to strike the unprotected areas of fellow competitors.
My robot is Monochrome. It is a pair of horizontal spinners, one that is above the robot and one that is below. Hopefully that'll give me an advantage in some fight, so I will beat people up.
Tranquilizer, vertical spinner.
Returning 2-time runners-up Bone Man Ace comes into this season looking to finally take that crucial last step to claim the BashBots title. While his new design shares similarities with the Clank series of robots, Tranquilizer is a much more refined and deadly machine.
My robot Tranquilizer is a vertical spinner. It's not Clank.
They say the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It could be said that Bowman Ace is doing that very thing, coming to the tournament with 3 very similar designs for 3 years running. But with upgrades like these, our 2-time runner-up, lest you not forget, is now coming at the tournament with Tranquilizer, and it looks set to go even further beyond. Newcomer Golden and their horizontal spinner Monochrome absolutely have their work cut out for them, but considering that Bowman lost to a horizontal spinner back in the first season, is the upset more possible than we think?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the red square from the USA! Is it black? Is it white? Yes! It's Monochrome!
So here is Monochrome, a nice looking overhead horizontal spinner. It's built by the builder of Mygronic from BashBots history, but it's entrusted to a rookie team. How will it do in this daunting matchup?
In the blue square from Lithuania. Calm down, dear, it's only a robot. It's Tranquilizer!
And its opponent comes in the form of Tranquilizer. This comes from the builder of Clank, the 2-time second placer. Apparently it's improved on Clank in every way possible, but it's one of the highest rated bots on average in its stats department. It looks the business. Can it be the business in the arena?
My opponent having a gigantic wedge like this is a bit of a problem for me. I intend to use the lower blade in order to avoid the vertical spinner. However, I'll probably spin both of them at once as a last chance tactic. I think that's all I can think of.
I'm gonna try evade him with my weapon. And I'm gonna not get caught lacking.
So the builder of Mygronic was knocked out by Clank over Heaven in the previous season. I wonder if they had any thought process behind Monochrome to try and take down that machine.
Alright, may the force be in my favor.
May it not, but sure.
Away we go. History between the two in some ways. Oh, and a present! Big hit! Oh, and another Tranquilizer with an explosive start. Oh, come on, man!
For a moment, the colour balance was upset on Monochrome, but it seems to have gone back to neutral again with one white wheel and one black wheel. But how much longer will they last?
Oh, not much longer apparently. This is an absolutely ridiculous start from Tranquilizer, and Monochrome is stuck! Oh no! Goodbye!
It falls behind the wall. What a small machine. Well, that's what you have to do if you're going to have two big spinners. Up in smoke it goes. What a win for Tranquilizer.
That didn't go well.
So this was Monochrome back when it had everything intact. It did not last long. We lost the wheel, we lost the front panel, we lost the hope and spirit of the rookie builder, and it just went on the fleeing on the defense as Monochrome is thrown across the arena once again. Tranquilizer did not break a sweat. We know who did. Monochrome, as they are burning up.
And for the first time in BashBots history, we have witnessed the robot go up in flames! Tranquilizer dominantly secures their spot in the round of 32, while Monochrome will have a big repair job to do if they hope to keep their title hopes alive. It's time for the second fight of the night, as Ursula and Vertically Unchallenged step into the box for what should be an explosive bout. Let's meet the teams!
Vertically Unchallenged. Spinner.
Entering the competition as a well-known tournament host in Robot Rumble 2, Code Silver has brought the biggest vertical spinner in the competition. Sacrificing mobility for weapon power, it will be interesting to see how this robot performs in the arena.
Ursula. Tri-bar spinner.
Is Ursula gonna get the edge with attacks like that?
Returning from the quarterfinals of Season 2 and having only lost to the eventual champion, the Seaborg has upgraded Ursula during the off time. Having won multiple tournaments in Robot Arena 2, in his third season he'll be looking to finally add a BashBots title to his win list.
In the red square from the USA! I thought this was a robot fighting event, not an excuse to show off telephone poles! It's Vertically Unchallenged! In the blue square from England! Are those Disney lawyers I hear? I sure hope not! It's Ursula!
What I want to do in this fight is probably get in there as quick as possible and hopefully flip them and just keep at it, keep hitting them, get a few good shots in there. I highly doubt that this fight's going to go the whole 3 minutes.
Vertically challenged is, well, it's very scary. It's a big off vert. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess just attack him and hope he falls on his face. I'm not sure if he can self-right from his spinner. All I know is that at the end of the day, this is going to be a classic. Vertical spinner versus a horizontal spinning blade.
Is there any weapon more terrifying than that of vertically unchallenged? Ursula is a successful machine, but even they are terrified. How's this gonna go?
Go. The BattleBots equivalent of little and large. Look at the absolute state of the two! And Ursula's been flung almost by itself in the opening hit there, as much as it was by vertically unchallenged. Oh!
I mean, you can't speak for the stability of vertically unchallenged. They seem to be having a lot of challenge as far as their vertical alignment is going. The wedge is hovering in midair, but the weapon is still making great contact. That's a bit of damage, though. Ursula goes flying.
Absolute curiosity in these hits in the opening moment. Vertically unchallenged! Well, you could see it was having issues without that right wheel, and then it gets absolutely shot to stardom, and Ursula has just ripped it a new one here all of a sudden. Jesus.
Well, we had no idea what to expect out of that huge vertical spinner on vertically unchallenged, and clearly we got big hits, but the stability was a problem in the end, as Ursula is going to move on by knockout. Whew. So there's that opening hit. Ursula actually catching the wedge, it looked like, but then vertically unchallenged hitting as well. I would have said it was on top, but then we saw the critical damage. Ursula ripping away that wheel, and even though they were sent across the box completely, it was that killer hit which finished off vertically unchallenged.
Perhaps not the performance he would have liked. Vertically unchallenged will have to fight again in the wildcard rumbles as Ursula secures their spots in the round of 32. It's time for 5-3 of the night as Dynamite and Fatboy Tin square off in the arena. Let's meet them.
Dynamite. Flipper.
After 2 unsuccessful seasons with Stardust Crusader, Grim comes into Season 3 with a new robot and a new weapon type to BashBots. Sporting a 4-bar flipper that packs quite a punch, this heavily armoured brick seems to have found the perfect test for its design.
Fatboy Tin. Bar spinner.
After going out in the wildcard final in Season 2 with the goalie, Tibbles has entered a different robot, Fatboy Tin. With a giant asymmetrical bar spinner, he will be looking to dish out some serious damage to the competition.
In the red square from England, his face, he's seen so many things, it's Fatboy Tin! In the blue square from England, if it randomly blows up during the fight, we'll have to call in one of the reserves, it's Dynamite!
Strategy, same as last season, balls to the wall. To be fair, it wasn't the strategy in my first fight like it is now, but balls to the wall.
Well, in this fight, I've been drawn against Fatboy Tin. And I mean, tin is not even a real metal, is it? It's what tuna comes in. So, I'm not too worried about his weapon. I've got the armour to take the hit that he'll inevitably hit fish out. And then he's going to go flying into the walls, into the drums, and hopefully out of the arena.
So this is Fatboy Tin's long-awaited return to the arena after 21 years. Just how much have they improved? Or have they still got a snail stuck inside?
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, you sure.
Lose after badger another fight.
Yep, down to the pub after this.
Well, this fight could be absolutely anything, from a rather sluggish spin up there of Fatboy Tin against Dynamite. Might it bring its weapons into play sooner or later here? I wonder.
Very good, Nick, very good. Oh, but there's the first proper hit of Fatboy Tin. Somehow that weapon is balanced. You wouldn't think it by looking at it. As it grazes the front wedge of Dynamite there.
I don't know about you, but in the warm-up I saw Fatboy Tin's arms raising up and down, and found that was quite amusing. I'd like to see it happen again. Oh! Wow, the arena spike has flipped Dynamite over here, and Fatboy Tin with a punishing blow of that spinner. Oh no! Oh, what is happening?
There's a flip from Dynamite, and it's completely blown apart. Fatboy Tin, who's stuck on his own head.
Fatboy Tin well and truly in the bin, and Dynamite, well, wasn't exactly the cleanest follow-up there, but what on earth has happened after 20 years away? It's a brutal return for the Tin. Look at its corpse on the arena floor. Oh no!
He didn't need to free it, he was stuck on his own corpse, but he seems to be getting wedged into the grinder. I think this is it for poor old Fatboy.
He's alive!
Here we go again! Dynamite might regret that writing action.
This is an absolute state already. I did say it could be anything, this fight, and now the pit's gone down. Well, oh goodness me. Please do not get anything else involved in this fight. Please do not press the pitch release button. Please do not get Fatboy Tin's devastating spinner into action anymore, Dynamite, or you might be punished here. Oh dear, oh dear.
I seem to recall at the start of this fight, a robot called Fatboy Tin was participating.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
Yeah, well, minutes ago, hopefully we'll find the remains of Fatboy Tin in that time, because it's a long way away now, and it's over again, not on its own corpse this time, so it might be able to get back over easier, or...
Oh, well, it's reunited with its former self here.
Tragedy in the war zone, a tragic love tale between Fatboy Tin and the rest of Fatboy Tin. And look at that spinner, just sluggish. Oh, no,
it seems to be paddling its way around the arena as though it was in some kind of canoe, but the only place it's swimming is towards that pit.
And Dynamite can't exactly push forwards, that's quite worrying. Are you going to get a pitting? Fatboy Tin is overturned, Dynamite, come on. A few seconds left,
Tin
mate.
allowing this to happen now with 10 seconds on the clock. There we go.
Wow.
Well, Fatboy Tin certainly lost weight.
That's a positive.
Not so fat anymore, but it's also dead. There was that opening miss from Dynamite. That was the moment of opportunity for the Fat Boy, but it didn't go particularly far as its entire body just disintegrates. Seemed as though it was going to be going out of the arena after Dynamite sportingly brought him back into play. Fatboy Tin landed about 10 hits after it was revived, doing approximately diddly squat.
And winning by pit, Dynamite secures their spot in the round of 32, while Fatboy Tin will have to fight again. Before the final fight of the night, we're going to show you how 4 more teams made it into the round of 32. First up was newcomer ring spinner Liberator, facing off against Manticore 22. It was Manticore that started off aggressively, but the full body spinner dealt the first blow.
And Manticore with the box rush.
After a series of heavy hits, the damage was too much for the vertical spinner, and it split in 2, and Liberator won the fight by knockout.
What a dominant performance by Liberator.
Next up, George the Jedi and Tracker took on Voltage and his robot Silencer for what was sure to be a classic spinner versus flipper battle. Starting off aggressively, Tracker started the fight exactly as planned, flipping Silencer around. the spinner having no effect on the heavily armoured flipper. It soon ended up stuck in the drums and was counted out.
This is going to be a knockout!
The third fight saw the winless Catch, driven by Ellie, face off against Agronaut from the host of Orcs Wars. In a close back and forth with neither robot managing to get the upper hand, the fight went the full 3 minutes and Catch won the judge's decision, securing their first win in BashBots.
And it goes to the judges.
The final fight saw Goober and Nuclear Launch take on Gary's Wars veteran Freeman and his grappler bot Atlas. Demonstrating excellent driving skills, Atlas took control of the fight and Nuclear Launch's flipper never seemed to work. From tactical use of the drums, the flipper was knocked out of the arena and Atlas won by KO.
And that's out of the arena!
Taking a look at the fight card, the time has come for the final fight of the night as the Season 1 champion steps back into the arena against Hondatron. Let's meet the teams.
Hondatron. Flipper.
Statistically, as one of the most unsuccessful bots in BashBots history, Agent and Hondatron will be looking to finally turn things around this season with an upgraded design.
Last series, we got knocked out by Moonset and then eliminated in the Flipper Rumbles. This time, Hondatron is ready. It's got a stronger flipper, higher top speed. It can try and deflect any spinner. So beware, spinners. Hondatron is back in business.
From Northern Ireland, Sparks. Spinner.
Coming into Season 2, Sparks was the robot to beat, but after a shock loss in the qualifying round and then the wildcard final, Jagantag was left wondering what went wrong. With some of the pressure off his back and mostly internal upgrades, Sparks will be looking to make a deep tournament run once again to claim a second BashBots title.
So I'm back with Sparks this year. I've improved a lot of durability, extra armor on the front and on the back. Weapon also, some slight improvements there, faster spin up time. And this year we're coming back to take back the crown.
Who else loves the fight between two long-time BashBots veterans? I know I do. Jagantag Sparks is out for blood this year, with a brutal and quite controversial end in the Redemption Rumbles of Series 2, only giving it one win to its name that year. Our former champion is ready to rip apart just about anyone in its way to another championship. Unless Hondatron can shock us all and take it out, Agent's Flipper has never been one for racking up the wins, crashing out in the first round of all series of this show so far. But we never say never here. Have the sparks truly died, or are they about to reignite with a passion that we've never seen before?
In the red square from Northern Ireland! The only way you can get this blade any lower is if it were part of the floor! It's Sparks!
Now, of course, there was a time when we were singing the praises of Sparks as the best machine to ever grace BashBots. Our Season 1 champion was totally unthreatened, but Season 2, it was like it didn't even exist for it.
In the blue square from England! Named for a Honda, it drives like a watermelon with a caster wheel stuck to it! It's Hondatron!
And against it is Hondatron, a BashBots ever-present, always looks the part visually, but hasn't exactly had success in the Warzone, yet to win a fight, in fact. It'll be hoping to cause an upset here, but round 1 fight against Sparks to qualify isn't exactly ideal.
So Hondatron's quite a tricky shape for a horizontal to fight. It's got quite a lot of awkward angles which can deflect us. So a lot of this is going to come down to driving, making sure that I try to hit the hard sides rather than the sloped areas, and just trying to stay away from the sides of the arena to prevent the Nuda. As long as I don't drive badly and get thrown out of the arena, I should be able to KO him without too much trouble.
My strategy is simple. Look for the way he Sparks spins and try and knock him off course. Try and flip him out if possible, but try and be very, very careful. I'm very vulnerable on the back, so I need to be very careful.
So Sparks looking to prove that Season 2 doesn't count, silence the doubters, and show us truly what this machine that formerly won BashBots is capable of. Poor Hondatron, though.
Well, BashBots experience on show from both here, but BashBots fortunes certainly differing for the two. Hondatron, oh, it's flipped itself over there with its new, more robust design. Can it stand up to the punishment from Sparks?
Well, certainly it held up okay to that hit from the back. That's a great little flip from Hondatron, actually. I'd say they have a momentary lead, but of course Sparks will be looking to put that to bed pretty quickly as they come together once again.
No.
Very interesting stuff here early on from Hondatron. We're used to it being more of a delicate flipper, but it's gone with a more robust, aggressive shape and design this year, and Sparks is being rattled about the place in the early exchanges.
Yeah, Hondatron looking to prove that maybe Season 2 did count, but there's a crippling blow from Sparks. The wheel's gone, Hondatron exposing its backside to Sparks, and now they're probably in trouble. That is a good reflection, actually.
Yeah, certainly more about Hondatron than we're used to, and with a wheel missing, it's still managing to be a factor here. Sparks overturned. Certainly now, oh, that's a really good hit to the rear. Is Hondatron now going to be ripped apart piece by piece?
Doing well to stay in one piece as it stands, but with that one wheel there's only so much they can do. Their best strategy is not to flip in thin air like that. That's going to hurt them badly.
No, not the back. Not the back. It's always the back.
They might self-right out the arena at this rate.
Back out away from the arena side wall there. Sparks still overturned, but again, it's not exactly putting itself in any danger with that. And there goes the other wheel. It's still going to be moving with the little front ones, but the main locomotion is gone now for Hondatron.
As you see them grinding across the surface of the arena, they are hanging low, but the is all gone now. The car door's gone, the bonnet's gone, the wheels are gone. We have a carcass of a car dragging its way across the circuit here.
A sad sight for Hondatron. It's been a spirited effort as well. It doesn't deserve this whole conclusion. And Sparks, well, we know what it can do to itself when it deflects so haphazardly. I don't think it will happen in this fight, but that will be what Hondatron has to cling on to and hope for. Oh, Hondatron right on the edge here. It can't get itself away. Teetering, is it going to topple in? It's been reversed in, and there is the win for Sparks. Well.
Now certainly I want to give credit to Hondatron for standing up so well to Sparks in the opening exchanges. Sure, it lost the wheel, but it still had the other three. Now back in BashBots Season 1, absolutely nothing could withstand the spinner of Sparks, but here in this modern day we are starting to see more and more defensive styles take the fight to it. Certainly I don't think Hondatron was in danger of winning the fight, but Sparks is going to have things to think about.
And surprisingly, winning by pit, Sparks gets their Season 3 campaign off to a good start by moving on to the round of 32, while Hondatron, still in search of their first victory, will have to fight again. Tonight we've seen 8 more robots move on to the round of 32 and 8 robots get sent into the wildcard rumbles. Tune in next episode when the qualifying round will conclude. From all of us here at BashBots, we thank you so much for watching and we hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, good night.
Next time on BashBots. The qualifying round concludes. The tournament favorite enters the arena. Longtime competitors in search of their first victory. And the Season 2 2 champion steps into the box to defend his title. It's all coming up next time on BashBots.